Hello, coin collectors and enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1968 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. If you're a coin collector or investor, this is a video you don't want to miss, as we'll be covering the current market value, how it came to be worth so much, and what makes this particular penny so rare. Whether you're just starting your collection or you've been collecting for years, understanding the value of rare coins like the 1968 no-mint Mark penny is crucial. So, let's jump right in. The 1968 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of a fascinating chapter in American numismatic history. First, let's take a quick look at the background of this coin. The penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and has been in circulation since 1909. The 1968 penny, in particular, is notable because it was struck during a time of transition at the U.S. Mint. The 1968 coin is part of the post-1965 series when the Mint began to eliminate silver from its coins in response to a national coin shortage. However, what makes the 1968 penny unique is its lack of a mint mark. The U.S. Mint traditionally placed a mint mark on coins to indicate where they were produced, with the usual mint marks being D for Denver and S for San Francisco. However, the 1968 penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but for reasons still debated among numismatists, the mint mark was not included on the coin. The absence of a mint mark on the 1968 penny makes it incredibly special. At first glance, it might seem like just another regular penny, but it holds significant value for collectors who recognize the rarity of mint errors. You see, while most pennies from that year feature either the D for Denver or S for San Francisco mint mark, the lack of any mint mark at all sets the 1968 penny apart. While coins from the Philadelphia Mint typically do not bear a mint mark, it was common in the 1960s for Philadelphia Mint coins to be marked with a mint symbol. The missing mint mark on the 1968 penny is considered by many collectors to be a fascinating error, making it an unusual and highly sought-after piece. Now, when it comes to the value of the 1968 no-mint Mark penny, condition is key. The overall grade or condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining how much it's worth in today's market. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A penny in low-grade condition might be worth just a few cents, while one in excellent condition, such as MS65 or higher, can fetch a significantly higher price. Coins in mint state, those that have been kept in pristine condition, are always more valuable. For a 1968 no-mint Mark penny, those with sharp details, minimal wear, and no visible damage are the most desirable. Coins that are graded as MS63 or MS64 are generally worth more than a similar coin with visible wear and tear, which would be graded lower, like a VF20 or F-12.SO. You might be wondering, just how much is this rare 1968 no-mint Mark penny worth? Well, let's take a look at the current market value. As of today, a typical 1968 no-mint Mark penny in circulated condition might only be worth around 10 cents to 25 cents. However, this is just for lower-grade coins. The real excitement comes when you look at higher-grade examples. For example, a 1968 penny in mint state, graded MS65 or better, can sell for anywhere from $20 to $50 or even more depending on the demand at the time. But here's where it gets even more interesting. For coins that are absolutely pristine, like those graded MS67 or higher, prices can skyrocket. In fact, some collectors have reported seeing 1968 no-mint Mark pennies with top-tier grades selling for several $100s. If you happen to own a near-perfect 1968 penny, you might be sitting on a true treasure. Now, you might be thinking, how in the world could a 1968 no-mint Mark penny be worth $1 million? Well, let's be clear, million-dollar pennies are extremely rare, but they do exist in certain circumstances. For example, coins with unique or significant errors, such as double die or off-center strikes, can sometimes break the $1 million mark, especially when they're in top-tier condition and are authenticated by reputable grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. As of today, there has been no reported case of a 1968 no-mint mark penny hitting the $1 million mark. However, with the right combination of rarity, condition, and error, it's always possible that such a coin could make history in the future. If you're lucky enough to find a 1968 no-mint mark penny in outstanding condition with an error that sets it apart even further, you could potentially see its value increase dramatically. Identifying a 1968 no-mint mark penny is easy once you know what to look for. First, check the obverse side of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's profile is displayed. You'll want to look for the date, 1968, prominently stamped on the coin, as well as the absence of the mint mark. Remember, if there is a mint mark, it will either be a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. A true 1968 no-mint mark penny will have no mint mark at all. Next, examine the overall condition of the coin. If it looks well worn, it's likely not going to be worth much more than its face value. But if it looks well preserved and free from damage, you may have a coin worth considering for grading. If you're lucky enough to own a 1968 no-mint mark penny and are thinking about selling it, there are several places to check for the best market prices. You can consider online auction sites like eBay, where many rare and valuable coins are sold regularly. Additionally, local coin shops and coin shows are great venues to meet potential buyers who understand the value of rare pennies. Before selling, it's a good idea to get your coin professionally graded by a trusted service like the PCGS or NGC. This will ensure that your coin is authenticated and given an accurate grade, which can significantly increase its value in the marketplace. So, there you have it. The 1968 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a fascinating and potentially valuable piece of U.S. history. While most of these coins are worth just a few cents, those that are in exceptional condition or feature unique errors can be worth hundreds, and in some rare cases, potentially even more. If you think you have one of these coins in your collection, it's worth getting it professionally appraised. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more numismatic insights. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. 1968 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has the potential to surprise you with its value, possibly even reaching into the millions of dollars. Before we dive into the details of its worth, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1968 Lincoln penny was struck by the United States Mint in Denver, which is why you'll see a D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which has been in circulation since 1959, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial Building on the reverse. While most 1968 pennies are not worth more than their face value of 1 cent, there are a few factors that could make this coin rare, and in some cases, incredibly valuable. And trust me, you're going to want to keep watching, because you might have one of these hidden gems in your collection right now. To understand its value, we first need to talk about coin grading. Coin grading is the process by which a coin's condition is evaluated, and it plays a huge role in determining its market value. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. The grades range from poor, P, to mint state, MS, with coins like MS-65 and higher being sought after by collectors. However, when it comes to the 1968 penny, the real jackpot is found in a specific variety known as the 1968 double die obverse penny. What is a double die, you ask? A double die occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to appear doubled. This error is most often seen in the lettering, like the word Liberty or In God We Trust, which will appear with noticeable doubling on the 1968 double die. This variety is extremely rare, and if you have one, you're holding onto a coin that can fetch a lot more than just 1 cent. The value of the 1968 double die penny depends on its condition and rarity. Coins in mint state can reach several $1,000s at auction, with some higher grade examples being worth up to $100,000 or more. That's right, a penny that you might have overlooked could potentially be worth a fortune. In fact, some of these coins have sold for as much as $200,000 to $300,000 in private sales or at major coin auctions. Now, I know that sounds unbelievable, But this is the kind of value that rare error coins can bring to the market. The first step is to examine the coin closely under good lighting. Look at the inscriptions on the coin, especially the word Liberty and In God We Trust. You should see a clear doubling in these areas if the coin is the double die variety. Sometimes, the doubling is so obvious that it can be spotted without magnification. However, using a magnifying glass or a loupe will give you a much clearer view, especially if you want to confirm that the doubling is significant enough to qualify as an error coin. If you find a coin that shows signs of doubling but you're unsure if it's the genuine double die variety, it's a good idea to consult with a professional coin dealer or get the coin graded by a trusted grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations have the expertise to identify rare coins and will provide you with a certificate of authenticity, which can significantly increase your coin's value. Now, if you don't have a double die example, don't worry. The regular 1968 D pennies are still quite common and are generally worth only their face value or a small premium, depending on their condition. Coins in uncirculated condition, with no signs of wear and tear, might fetch a few dollars, but they won't reach the high prices seen with error varieties. However, if you've got a 1968 D penny that's in excellent shape, especially if it has been well preserved and protected from corrosion or damage, it's still worth holding on to. Sometimes, as coins become rarer over time, their value can increase, especially if there's a surge in demand from collectors. But for now, most 1968 D pennies are still pretty affordable and won't break the bank. If you believe you have a rare or error coin, it's essential to get it properly assessed. Look for reputable dealers, attend coin shows, or even consider sending your coin to be graded by NGC or PCGS. These steps will help you understand exactly what you have in your hands and ensure that you get the best value possible for your penny. While most of the 1968 D Lincoln pennies in circulation are worth only 1 cent, the rare 1968 D double die penny is a true treasure for collectors and could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in the right condition. If you happen to have one in your collection, congratulations! But even if your penny is just a standard 1968 D, don't discount it completely. Who knows, it might still be worth more than you think. As always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more exciting insights into the world of coin collecting. And if you think you've got a 1968 D double die penny or any other rare coin, drop a comment below and let us know about your discovery. You could be sitting on a fortune. 1985 D Lincoln 1 cent penny. What makes this coin so valuable? Could it be worth millions? Let's find out in today's detailed video as we explore its history, features, rarity, and current market value. Stick around to see why this coin is turning heads in the world of numismatics. First, let's talk about the background of the 1985 D Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, Colorado, this penny, like all other Lincoln pennies, features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side showcases the familiar Lincoln Memorial, which was the design used for U.S. pennies from 1959 until 2008. This specific coin, the 1985 D, was struck at a time when the U.S. was seeing a stable economy. However, this penny stands out for its potential rarity and valuable errors that can make it worth much more than its face value. Now, let's get into the real reason you're here, the market value of this penny. Typically, a 1985 D Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent. That's right, it's worth its face value unless, of course, it has certain features or errors that make it a collector's item. So, what makes the 1985 D Lincoln penny special in the collector market? There are a few key factors that can significantly increase its worth. Let's talk about errors first. If you happen to come across a 1985 D penny with a noticeable minting error, you could be holding a rare gem. Some of the most sought-after error types include double die averse, misstrikes, and other manufacturing imperfections. A double die penny, for example, where the design appears to have been struck twice, can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the degree of the error. In fact, for a well-preserved 1985 D penny with a minting error, you could see prices range anywhere from $50 to $500 or more at auctions or through collectors. These pennies have the potential to grow in value over time, especially as more collectors become aware of their rarity. But the real question many collectors are asking is, could the 1985 D Lincoln penny reach $1 million value? While the standard 1985 D penny will typically stay within a modest range of $1 to $10, certain examples with high-grade preservation, significant errors, or historical significance could see much higher bids. For instance, if a double-die 1985 D penny is in flawless, mint condition, especially in graded slabs like those from the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), it can command prices in the thousands, even approaching the high-end ranges. With rare, valuable coins like this, it's not impossible for prices to soar even higher. Now, can the 1985 D Lincoln penny ever reach the coveted $1 million mark? While it's extremely unlikely for a regular issue to reach that figure, there is still a chance if an example with an incredible error or unique historical story surfaces. There are coins out there that have seen unexpected prices skyrocket due to demand, historical context, and pure rarity. Take, for example, famous era coins like the 1943 copper penny, which recently fetched over $1 million at an auction. Though the 1985 D isn't quite in the same league yet, it shows that rare, one-of-a-kind coins can reach astonishing prices. If the right collector or institution sets their eyes on a flawless 1985 D with a significant error, it's not out of the question for it to hit record-breaking numbers in the future. I had the chance to speak with a few top numismatists, and here's what they had to say about the 1985 D Lincoln penny. While it's not one of the most popular coins in circulation for error hunters, experts agree that the more rare, high-grade specimens are steadily gaining interest, especially among dedicated Lincoln penny collectors. It's essential to keep in mind that a coin's true worth is often determined by market trends and the number of collectors actively seeking that specific piece. With the right conditions, like a rare double die or an undetected error, this penny could see its value rise considerably. Take a look at this example, a 1985 D double die penny in near-perfect condition. This coin, graded MS65 by PCGS, could be worth anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. While it might not reach the $1 million mark yet, the market for error coins has been growing rapidly, so who knows what the future holds for this coin. So, how do you determine whether your 1985 D penny has significant value? First, check the condition. Pennies that are well worn will have far less value than those that are pristine. Coins with errors like double dies or misstrikes are also worth far more than the regular issue. Take your coin to a trusted grading service if you're unsure. They can assess the condition and certify its value, which is a critical step if you're planning to sell or auction the coin. In conclusion, the 1985 D Lincoln penny might not be $1 million coin today, but with the right error, preservation, and market conditions, it holds potential to be far more valuable than you might think. As always, it's essential to stay updated with coin values and to ensure you're properly preserving your collection. If you're a collector or investor, keep an eye on this penny. Who knows what treasures might be hiding in plain sight? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on rare coins and their values. Let me know in the comments if you have a 1985 D Lincoln penny in your collection, and if you've ever discovered an error coin that made your jaw drop. 1986 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, market value and worth $1 million. Welcome back, coin collectors and enthusiasts. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 1986 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, especially the version without a mint mark. If you've stumbled upon this coin, or are simply interested in its value, you're in the right place. Now, let's break it down step by step. The 1986 Lincoln penny. The 1986 Lincoln penny, made of copper-plated zinc, is one of the many pennies that you might find in your pocket change. At first glance, it may seem just like another modern cent. However, this coin has a unique distinction. Some 1986 pennies were struck without a mint mark. The mint mark is typically found on the obverse side of the coin, just below the date. It tells you where the coin was minted, but for some coins, that mark is absent, and that's what makes these coins rare. Understanding the significance of a missing mint mark. The missing mint mark on a 1986 penny is highly significant in the world of coin collecting. Most coins from this year were produced at either the Philadelphia Mint, which usually leaves the coin without a mint mark, or the Denver Mint, where the D mint mark would be placed. However, due to a rare error, some 1986 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark, which makes them even more valuable to collectors. The absence of the mint mark creates a sort of mystery around the coin, making it stand out from the regular 1986 pennies. Many collectors and investors are constantly on the lookout for these specific error coins because they're considered rarer than their mint-marked counterparts. How much is the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth? You might be wondering. Is this coin really worth a lot? Well, the answer depends on several factors: its condition, rarity, and demand within the market. When it comes to the 1986 no mint mark penny, collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins in good to excellent condition, circulated coins. A circulated 1986 no mint mark penny typically has a value of around 10 to 20 cents. While this is more than its face value, it's not necessarily a huge amount. Uncirculated coins. The real value lies in uncirculated coins, or coins that have been well preserved and show no signs of wear. These coins can range in value from $50 to $100 depending on their condition. However, some well-preserved examples, especially those that come with a certification or grading from a trusted numismatic service, may fetch even higher prices. Graded coins. If the coin is professionally graded, say, by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and has received a grade of MS65 or higher, its value could jump significantly. These coins could be worth anywhere from $200 to $1,000, especially if they're rare and sought after by collectors. The million-dollar question: can the 1986 no mint mark penny be worth $1 million? Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. Is it possible for a 1986 no mint mark penny to be worth $1 million? While it's unlikely, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. There are instances where rare coins, even ones as common as pennies, have sold for incredible amounts due to their unique characteristics, such as errors or extreme rarity. For the 1986 no mint mark penny, it would take a perfect storm of factors for it to ever hit the $1 million mark. These factors include being in pristine condition, being part of a well-known collection, or being sold during a peak in demand for error coins. A unique aspect of this coin's story, such as an extraordinary provenance, or being linked to an event in numismatic history, could also add to its value over time. However, as of now, the chances of finding an individual 1986 no mint mark penny worth millions of dollars remain slim. It's important to remember that the value of a coin is always subject to fluctuations based on market trends, collector interests, and the state of the economy. Where to sell your 1986 no mint mark penny? If you think you might have an exceptional 1986 no mint mark penny, it's best to have it appraised. You can take it to a certified coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service to determine its true value. If it turns out to be a highly valuable coin, there are several avenues where you could sell it, including coin auctions. High quality or rare coins often perform well at auction houses. Auctions can sometimes drive up the price, especially if collectors are bidding aggressively. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay and Heritage Auctions allow you to list your coins for sale, with the potential to reach a large audience of collectors. Coin dealers. Experienced dealers are always on the lookout for rare coins. They can give you an offer based on current market conditions, though their offers might be slightly lower than auction prices since they're looking to resell the coins for a profit. Final thoughts: the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a coin that holds value for collectors, especially those interested in rare error coins. While it may not yet be worth millions, its rarity and significance in the numismatic world make it an exciting piece to hold on to. The value of such coins fluctuates, so it's always a good idea to have them professionally graded and appraised if you think you've found something truly special. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, The 1986 no mint mark penny could be a great addition to your collection, and who knows? You may be holding on to a piece of history that could one day be worth much more than you expect. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 no mint mark penny and its value, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts. 1990 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could potentially be worth millions. That's right. If you're a coin collector, investor, or just curious about how a simple penny could have such a significant value, you're in the right place. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started on uncovering everything you need to know about the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny and its astonishing market worth. First, let's talk about what makes this penny so unique. When it comes to US coins, the mint mark, which indicates where the coin was produced, is an important factor in determining its rarity and value. Most pennies minted in 1990 feature either the D mint mark for the Denver Mint or the S mint mark for the San Francisco Mint. However, there is a rare subset of 1990 pennies that lack any mint mark, indicating they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, this is where things get interesting. The 1990 no mint mark penny is significant not because it's something entirely new or unknown, but because of its rarity in higher grades, its condition, and its potential for being a key piece for collectors of Lincoln pennies. One of the key aspects to consider when evaluating the value of the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny is its condition. The most valuable pennies are those in excellent condition, meaning they have little to no wear, clear details, and no signs of being heavily circulated. The grading system, which ranges from poor to mint state, plays a crucial role here. The highest grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, can see a massive increase in value compared to lower grade coins. These coins, especially those graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC, are often bought and sold by collectors and investors at premium prices. Let's break down the current market value. At a basic level, a 1990 no mint mark penny, in circulated condition, is worth its face value, just 1 cent. But here's where the magic happens. The real value comes from the coin's grade and its rarity. A 1990 no mint mark penny in circulated condition may be worth around $1 to $3, but in uncirculated or higher grade condition, the value skyrockets. Pennies that have been graded at MS-65 or higher can fetch anywhere from $50 to $100, and in MS-67 or higher, some have been known to sell for even more. Now, let's talk about the big surprise, the possibility of a 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny being worth millions. This is extremely rare, but it's not impossible. Coins with unique errors or those with historical significance, such as being part of a notable collection or having a perfect strike, can command astronomical prices. While it's rare for a 1990 no mint mark penny to reach such extreme heights, higher quality specimens or those with a unique characteristic, such as double die errors, could theoretically fetch more than $1 million at an auction. But let's pump the brakes for a second. The idea of finding a 1990 no mint mark penny worth $1 million is more of a collector's dream than a common reality. The vast majority of 1990 no mint mark pennies, even in excellent condition, are worth a few $100s, not millions. However, if you happen to have a 1990 no mint mark penny in perfect condition, or better yet, with an error like a double die or mis-strike, the value can definitely escalate. There have been cases where similar coins have been auctioned off for staggering amounts, but those are exceptional and not the norm. If you think you've got one of these rare 1990 no mint mark pennies lying around, let's talk about how to identify and evaluate them. Start by carefully examining the coin for any visible signs of wear, scratches, or damage. If you spot an error like a double die or off-center strike, it could be a valuable piece. The next step is to get the coin professionally graded. Look for reputable grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, as these organizations will assess the coin's condition and certify its value. To wrap things up, the 1990 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a rare and fascinating piece of history that can be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. While it's unlikely to find one worth millions, high-grade or rare specimens can fetch significant sums on the market. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting, this penny could be a great addition to your collection. If you think you have a 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny, it's worth taking a closer look and getting it professionally graded. Who knows, you might be sitting on a gold mine. 1991 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, focusing on its current market value, how it's valued in the coin community, and whether it's worth millions of dollars. So, if you're a coin lover or just curious about rare pennies, stick around as we uncover the value of this unique coin. First off, let's talk about the 1991 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted as part of the ongoing series honoring the iconic President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln penny, first issued in 1909 to mark Lincoln's 100th birthday, has remained a staple of U.S. currency. The design we see on the 1991 penny is quite familiar to most collectors, featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what makes the 1991 penny stand out in terms of rarity and value? Unlike some other rare pennies, such as the 1943 copper or 1955 double-die pennies, the 1991 Lincoln penny, in general, is not known for being especially rare in circulation. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies, making them quite common. So, does that mean it's worth nothing more than its face value of 1 cent? Not quite. There are certain factors that influence the value of a coin, and in the case of the 1991 penny, these include the coin's condition, any potential minting errors, and how well it has been preserved over time. If you find a 1991 Lincoln penny in mint state, that means in pristine, uncirculated condition, you may be looking at a penny worth slightly more than its face value, usually around 10 to 25 cents. But what about the truly rare cases? Well, even though the 1991 penny is not known for being extremely rare, there are occasional errors that can significantly increase the value. Some 1991 pennies have been discovered with minting mistakes, like double strikes, die cracks, or other unique anomalies that can make them stand out. If you happen to find a 1991 penny with one of these rare error types, you could be looking at a much higher market value. For example, a well-known 1991 penny error coin, like one with a double die or a substantial off-center strike, could fetch anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on the quality of the error. In rare cases, especially for well-preserved examples or highly unusual errors, you might even find a buyer willing to pay upwards of $1,000, but that's very much on the higher end. But wait, is the 1991 Lincoln penny worth millions of dollars? Unfortunately, not in most cases. The general population of 1991 pennies, even those in excellent condition, does not command such extraordinary sums. However, like many rare coins, the value of any individual penny will depend on its specific characteristics, such as whether it has a significant error or if it's part of a unique collection. The market can sometimes surprise us, but for most collectors, the 1991 Lincoln penny won't make you a millionaire. So, what's the bottom line? While the 1991 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is generally not worth millions, it can still be worth something if it's in excellent condition or has a rare minting error. As with any coin collecting venture, your best bet is to carefully examine your pennies for any possible anomalies and always consult with a professional coin grader or appraiser if you think you have a rare find. 2004 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, and its fascinating value in today's market. Many of you may be wondering if this seemingly ordinary penny can actually be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars, so let's dive right into it. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2004 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny was minted by the United States Mint and is part of the popular Lincoln series. What makes this particular penny interesting is that while it may look like just another copper-plated penny, it has some unique characteristics that can make it quite valuable. Now, you might be asking, what makes this penny so special? Well, here's the thing. Most of the 2004 pennies are worth only their face value, just 1 cent. However, there is a rare subset of these coins, often known as the no mark variety, that have caught the attention of collectors. These rare pennies lack the mint mark, which is typically located just beneath the date. The mint mark, indicating whether the penny was made in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, is absent in some 2004 coins, and that's where the mystery and value come into play. The absence of the mint mark on a 2004 penny isn't a common mistake, but it is a rare feature. Over the years, coins with such errors have sparked great interest among collectors. The market for error coins is booming, and a rare coin like this can fetch a substantial price. So, what's the current market value of this rare 2004 no mark penny? It depends on a few factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. A typical 2004 penny without a mint mark could be worth anywhere from several $100s to even thousands, depending on its quality. In some exceptional cases, coins that have been professionally graded and certified could sell for even more. Now, if you're lucky enough to own a pristine 2004 no mark Abraham Lincoln penny, it could be worth much more than just a few $100s. Coins like these, particularly those in mint condition or with unique characteristics, can often sell for thousands or even millions of dollars at auctions. It's important to note, though, that these kinds of sales are rare, and a penny with no mint mark doesn't automatically make it worth a fortune. The rarity, grade, and overall demand all play a crucial role in determining the price. In summary, while most 2004 pennies are worth only their face value, those that are missing the mint mark can be worth significantly more, anywhere from a few $100s to possibly even millions in exceptional cases. If you come across a 2004 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark, don't just toss it in your change jar. Take a closer look. It could be worth far more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future coin collecting insights. And as always, let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Happy hunting! 2060 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. While many people may think of a penny as just a small, common coin, some of these can hold significant value in the right condition. Stick around as we explore the current market value of the 2060 Lincoln penny and discuss why some collectors believe this coin could be worth millions in the future. Before we get into the value of this particular coin, let's talk a little bit about the 2060 Abraham Lincoln penny itself. The coin was struck in 2006, and like many pennies, it features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. What makes the 2060 penny interesting is not just its design, but the specifics of its minting. The D mint mark indicates that this penny was minted in Denver, and as we'll see, the minting details of the 2060 penny are what set it apart from its counterparts and make it worth looking for if you're a coin collector or an investor. So, what's the current market value of a 2060 Lincoln penny? Well, in most typical cases, you'll find these coins circulating for their face value of 1 cent. However, there's more to the story. A few rare examples of the 2060 penny, particularly those with unique characteristics or errors, can fetch far higher prices on the market. For the average 2060 penny in circulation, it's worth about 1 cent, and you'll find it easily in rolls or your pocket change. But in numismatics, it's all about rarity, condition, and mint errors. For example, pennies that are in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more than a typical coin in average condition. When these coins are in mint state, graded MS65 or higher, they can sell for anywhere from $2 to $5 depending on the specific quality. What really elevates the value of the 2060 Lincoln penny is the possibility of errors or unique variants. Some of these errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, can make a coin exceptionally rare and highly valuable. These types of mistakes in the minting process are what can lead a coin from a mere cent to a value worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Now, you might be wondering, how can a 2060 Lincoln penny be worth millions of dollars? While it's highly unlikely for most regular 2060 pennies to hit that $1 million mark, there's still a possibility for extreme cases, especially if this coin contains certain rare characteristics. For example, Let's say a future discovery of a 2060 penny with an incredibly unique error, something like an off-center strike with major doubling of Lincoln's image or a rare die break, could make the coin worth far more than its typical price. If such a coin were to be auctioned or sold to the right collector, it could potentially fetch a very high price, potentially millions. This would be similar to the way other rare coins, like certain misprints of earlier pennies or rare historical items, have sold for astonishing amounts in recent years. So, how do you spot a 2060 penny that could potentially be worth a lot more than its face value? It's all about looking for those key errors or unique check the condition, coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS65 or higher, have a much higher value than those that are heavily worn. Look for mint errors. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks are some of the most common reasons for increased value. These are mistakes made during the minting process, making the coin unique. Get your coins graded. If you think you found a coin with potential, it's always a good idea to have it graded by a professional service. A high-grade coin can sell for significantly more than one that's simply left in its original state. In conclusion, while the 2060 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is not likely to be worth millions in its regular form, its value can rise substantially if you come across a rare error coin or one in pristine condition. For collectors, this is a great reminder that even the most common-looking coins can hide a treasure with the right characteristics. So, take a moment to look through your change, and who knows, you might have a valuable 2060 penny hiding in plain sight. Remember, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and it's always good to stay informed. Be sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more numismatic insights. If you have any rare coins of your own, share them in the comments below, and I'd love to hear your stories. 2014 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Now you might think of pennies as small, common change, but this particular coin could actually have a surprising market value. So, if you're a coin collector, investor, or just someone interested in the world of rare coins, you're going to want to stick around. Let's take a closer look at the 2014 Lincoln penny, its current market value, and why it could potentially be worth millions. First off, let's discuss the 2014 penny itself. The 2014 Lincoln 1-cent penny was issued as part of the United States Mint's ongoing series honoring Abraham Lincoln. The obverse features a well-known portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse features a shield design, which was introduced in 2010 as part of the redesigned series. The 2014 penny is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, and it's important to note that it's a regular issue coin with no major changes or unique design features compared to other years. So why are we talking about the 2014 Lincoln penny as if it could be worth millions? Let's break it down. The 2014 Lincoln penny is generally still considered a common coin. It is regularly found in circulation and on its own, it doesn't hold much value beyond its face value of 1 cent. However, a handful of key factors can influence the value of these coins, pushing them into the higher price range for collectors. For most 2014 Lincoln pennies, you're looking at a value of just 1 cent if you find them in typical circulated condition. But, as with all collectible coins, there are exceptions. A 2014 penny that is in mint condition or uncirculated may fetch a higher price, potentially reaching a few dollars depending on its grade. A major factor in the valuation of any coin, including the 2014 Lincoln penny, is its rarity. If you happen to find an error coin, one that has an unusual minting mistake, such as a double die, mis-strike, or off-center strike, these can be worth significantly more. For example, an error coin from 2014 might sell for anywhere from $10 to $100 or more, depending on the severity of the error and the demand from collectors. Some of the most valuable 2014 pennies can come from the rarest examples, like those that were minted without a mint mark. If you're unfamiliar with this, let me explain. The U.S. Mint has various minting facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the time, coins minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while coins from Denver feature D, and coins from San Francisco have an S. However, sometimes coins can be produced without any mint mark at all. In rare instances, certain years have witnessed pennies being produced without a mint mark, and these era coins can be highly sought after. If a 2014 penny lacks a mint mark, it could be a major find for collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for these rarities. But even then, you're not looking at millions just yet, though it could be worth a few $100s depending on its condition and rarity. Now, you might be wondering, why doesn't the 2014 Lincoln penny command millions like some other coins from the past? Well, the reality is that most modern coins simply don't have the rarity or unique features that can lead to massive price increases over time. Coins from the early 20th century, such as the 1909 SVDB Lincoln penny, or rare errors from the 1950s and 1960s, are typically more valuable due to their scarcity and historical significance. However, that doesn't mean the 2014 penny doesn't have potential. With enough time and if the right circumstances arise, such as the discovery of a unique, highly valuable mint error, the price of certain 2014 pennies could skyrocket. But for now, it remains unlikely that you'll see this penny reaching million-dollar territory. So, if you come across a 2014 penny and want to know if it's worth more than 1 cent, here are a few things you can look for. A coin in mint condition or one that's uncirculated could fetch more than its face value. Look for coins that show little to no signs of wear or scratches. As mentioned earlier, coins with errors are often worth more. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or any noticeable flaws in the design. These errors can increase the coin's value significantly. If your 2014 penny doesn't have a mint mark and appears to be from the Philadelphia Mint, it could be a rare example. Always check with an expert or use a magnifying glass to confirm. If you think your coin may be rare or in pristine condition, consider having it professionally graded by an organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A coin's grade can dramatically influence its value. While the 2014 Lincoln penny is not currently worth millions, it's a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. What may seem like a common penny today could turn out to be a rare and valuable find tomorrow. If you're passionate about coin collecting or just enjoy hunting for treasure in your spare change, keep an eye out for those special coins, whether they're rare mint errors or simply in exceptional condition. Remember, the market for coins can be unpredictable, and values fluctuate over time. So, even though this penny might not be worth millions right now, it's always worth keeping your eyes open for that next big find. 2016 No Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny coin. If you're a numismatist or just someone fascinated by rare coins, you're going to want to stick around. We'll be discussing what makes this particular penny so valuable, the current market value, and how it's even reaching into the millions. Let's get started. The 2016 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny is unique because it was issued as part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing tradition of honoring the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. The coin itself doesn't have a mint mark, something rare in itself, because all U.S. coins typically have a mint mark indicating where they were produced. Most pennies from 2016 feature either a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia, but the 2016 no mint mark penny is the one that stands out. This coin was part of a series that commemorated Abraham Lincoln's legacy, and it was struck in large quantities to circulate in the market. So, what makes this one worth more than just its face value? Well, let's take a closer look at the circumstances. The key to understanding the rarity and value of the 2016 no mint mark penny lies in its scarcity and the confusion surrounding it. The U.S. Mint never officially released any pennies without a mint mark for 2016, but somehow, a small number of them managed to slip through the cracks. This error in production has made these coins highly sought after by collectors. The mint marks on U.S. coins are crucial because they signify where the coins were minted, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The absence of a mint mark on a coin that was supposed to have one is considered an error, and error coins are often worth much more than their face value. So, how much is the 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny worth today? To be blunt, it's not just a few dollars or cents, it's potentially worth thousands, or even millions, depending on the condition and the market demand. A 2016 no mint mark penny in average circulated condition could fetch anywhere from $500 to $2,000. But when you're looking at an uncirculated version or one that's in pristine, mint condition, the price skyrockets. For example, a perfect coin with no signs of wear could be worth anywhere between $10,000 to $50,000. And it doesn't stop there. If you have one of the highest quality examples, particularly one that's been professionally graded and is in gem condition, it's not unheard of for these coins to sell for even more. The rarest examples, especially those tied to significant auction sales, can approach the $1 million mark. The reason for this massive value increase is due to the rarity of these coins and the fact that they are part of a historical era. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with stories and errors, as they add a level of intrigue and mystery to a collection. If you think you might have a 2016 no mint mark penny and you're wondering how much it's worth, the first step is to check its condition. The value of a coin is largely determined by how well preserved it is. The better the condition, the higher the value. You'll also want to have the coin graded by a professional, as grading is an essential factor in determining its worth. A grade of MS65 or higher, mint state, can make a huge difference in the value of the coin. Coins graded at this level are considered to have minimal imperfections and are highly desirable among collectors. If you think you have a rare coin on your hands and want to sell it, there are a few options. You can contact a reputable coin dealer, or even better, take it to an auction house that specializes in rare coins. Auction houses often have the connections and expertise to get you the best price for your coin, especially when it's as rare as the 2016 no mint mark penny. Online auction platforms like eBay can also be an excellent place to sell, but be sure to carefully research the coin's market trends to set a competitive price. When it comes to selling rare coins, it's essential to showcase their rarity and provide all relevant details to potential buyers. So, there you have it. The 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is no longer just a regular penny. It's a highly coveted coin with the potential to be worth millions. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection, make sure to handle it with care, and consider getting it professionally graded to unlock its full market potential.